This is an edition of BullionMax. I'm Mark Allen, and we're talking with the customer service manager from BullionMax and our co-host here on the BullionMax podcast, and that is Mr. Sean Reynolds. Sean, we're going to talk about the 5 most common questions that people ask you when they talk to you or send you a note. So I don't know if we're going to do this in the top 40 format, but
I don't think we've got fanfare or drum rolls or like David Letterman. Number 5.
yeah, exactly. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to just
No particular order. And the one question that is probably the most common that we're going to leave out of here because it's very detail dependent, which is what should I buy? So we're going to table that. That is a much longer conversation than any of these other just more specific questions, because obviously when it comes to what should I buy, it depends on what your goals are, what's your budget, all kinds of different things.
right.
So if that's your question, please call us and we're
But
happy.
that's something that's interesting though, because Bullion Max is there to guide people rather than to sell people, right?
Yeah. Very rarely will somebody say, I've got X number of dollars, what should I buy? I think I jokingly told somebody, whatever it was the last person bought who had that same number of dollars that they were buying, and it confused him because they didn't get the understanding why that's what I recommended. So there's no shortcut. There's no just telling you, because that's not what we do. We want to make sure that we understand what your goals are. Why are you buying metals? What's your budget? What does it look like when you liquidate? Okay, we take all of those things into consideration, show you the options of things you can purchase, whether it's gold, silver, fractional gold coins, fractional gold bars, all kinds of different investment products, depending upon how you feel you'll use this metal in the future.
Got it. Well, let's take a look at those 5 most common questions. You're better at the drum rolls than I am. Let's do this first one, and it's an important one. I did not know this. What is a premium, and why can't I buy anything at the spot price?
You know, when I started in precious metals years ago and took the customer service manager position, I didn't know this either. This was the very first thing I learned. And it's normally a surprise to people when they purchase something, because when you purchase something, doesn't it just cost what it costs? That's what we're used to. But what you're forgetting is you're purchasing a commodity in a particular format. And so there's more than just the cost of the commodity. So you have that market rate, also known as the spot price. And on top of that, you've got manufacturing costs, acquisition costs, all kinds of other things, and then just what the dealer is going to sell it for. That's the premium. And so we take the market rate for the metal, we add this premium to that, and that gets you the selling price. So let's say right now silver is selling for $25 an ounce. Okay, and let's say the premium over spot is $5. Take your $25 plus your 5, the selling price is $30 for each of that item.
And when and when I was looking at the Bullion Max website, it's very clear that the premium is right there. And I actually made a mistake, and you corrected me. And I thought I saw spot price was $25, and there was a premium of $8.95 or whatever it was on that coin. I added the two together, but you corrected me, and I correct me in public now.
Yeah, I really like the way that we show people what the pricing is. So we'll show you if there's quantity discounts. We call that tiered pricing. So people say, hey, do I get a discount if I purchase more of these? If we show you that you do, absolutely, you do. Otherwise, it might just say 1 plus, meaning if you buy just one or you buy more, when you click on the title of the item in our website, it will bring up what we call the sell page, and you'll get big pictures of the item. But then it's also going to show you what the premiums are depending upon how many you purchase. And other dealers show typically a cash price and a credit card price, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. I think the space is much better utilized and allows you to comparatively shop the competition by seeing what the premium is, because that's what you need to know. Spot price is pretty much the same between all the different businesses. The difference in price is going to be what the premium is.
And the spot price, you can see if you check a ticker, it's basically going to be the same depending on the time of day, what exchange you're looking at. I mean, it can vary a little bit, but for the most part, it is the same.
Yeah. So when I have a conversation with people and they're not ready to buy today, now our premiums may change as well, but spot price can change every minute. So what I'll say, all right, well, what we've been talking about is based on a spot price of silver at $22.50, and the premium over spot is $5.89 when you buy that many. So if spot goes up, all right, you'll need to add that in. If spot goes down, it's going to cost you a little less than what I've estimated for you here today. And as long as you keep things in that estimated point until you're really ready to lock in the price and make the purchase, you're going to feel much better about the little changes in the market, because, everybody likes to pay less, don't get me wrong. But sometimes when it's even just pennies, calm down. It's okay. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
But those pennies add up in potential savings if in certain instances, certain products, if you buy more.
Yeah, but if you're not ready to buy today, I can't help you. I can't freeze the market for you.
Got it.
But if
it changes.
If you decide to buy today and you're going to send me a check, we would place the order today and we would lock that price in right now. So there is a way to do that, even though you may say, well, ready right this minute. I can't complete a transaction online. I don't have my checkbook with me. Well, that's fine if what you're going to do is send us a check. We just ask that you send us the check within a business day. Get it on its way.
And how do I get that check to you? Overnight it?
Actually, that starts to get into our next most common question, which is, how do I pay you guys? Right?
Right.
Okay. Well, we have 6 payment methods that we accept, and 3 of which will get you the cash price. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And one of them is a paper check, just as we were discussing it. And what's interesting about that is, though it seems odd to place an order and complete an order without paying for an order, that's exactly what you're going to do. Because we're going to complete the order, that's going to lock in your price. We're going to give you the address to mail your payment to. It's a P.O. box in Dallas, Texas. And we are going to lock the price in. And we're just going to wait to receive your payment. Now, if the market goes up or goes down between when the order is completed and when we receive your payment, we're not going to charge you more and we're not going to charge you less. We had an agreement the moment you hit the submit button or I assisted you with your order. Then we just wait for your payment. So normally people just mail us a check. And also our preference for a check is a personal check. Because as precious metal dealers, we are required by law, Patriot Act, to know our customer. And so there's anti-money laundering protocol that we need to follow. So, getting a bank check is not a smart thing to do. It doesn't help us know you. If you're writing it on behalf of a business, the business has to be the ones to place the order, again, so we can keep the payment in sync with the purchase. But very simple. We have a lot of folks who do this. A lot of older folks like to do this. We'll help them with their order on the phone and then say, okay, did you want to just send me a check? And they'll say, yeah, okay, nice and easy. So that's one way. Another way to pay us is to do an ACH transfer or an e-check. Okay, I can't help you with that if that's how you want to make a purchase, because you're going to need to log into your online banking. You don't want me and I don't want me getting your online banking credentials.
Correct.
sync up the account. So if that's what you want to do, you'll have to place that order on your own. I can't help you. I'll walk you through it, but it's not something I can do for you. People love this payment method because they don't have to mail the check to us. It maintains the cash price, which is our best price. And then also the turnaround time is 3 to 4 business days for the funds to be released to BullionMax. So while we're in educational mode, I want to tell you, those funds may be withdrawn from your account immediately. As in right now, you hit that button, bam, they're already gone.
Right.
This does not mean we've been paid. You have my money. No, I don't. I get your money when it's released from the payment processor. Some people just assume it immediately goes from them to us as if it were Zelly. It's not Zelly, okay?
Yeah.
There's a little more protocol going on here than from one person to another person. Precious metals, lots of rules and regulations about it. And needless to say, we are following them to a T. Okay, so that's an ACH payment. We will ship 3 or 4 business days after you complete that transaction. The last one with the cash price is a bank wire. Now, most people think or can confuse that with an ACH payment. Bank wire, yes, I'll give you my routing and account number. No, we'll give you our routing and account number, and your bank can issue the bank wire. Or perhaps if you've got some pretty good online banking tools, this is something you can issue yourself. And we do provide all the information and credentials that you need to do that. If for some reason there's one more field you got to fill in, that's going to make that bank wire you're trying to send on your own successful, please call. Hopefully we can figure out what it is that will satisfy that field so you can complete that. So
we should point out that with the wire transfer, the bank charges a fee. Does it not?
Depending upon your account, they may. I know I have a business account where they're free. They might be free for you, but assume there would be a fee, Mark, I think is probably the takeaway. Normally anywhere between $20 and $35, but choose the same day bank wire. There are other account type of transfers. Don't do those because they don't help us with our AML. That
AML is
anti-money laundering. So that we need the information that would come from the wire to satisfy our internal protocols. So same day wire is what you want to do. Then
you've got others. Yes.
Obviously we accept credit cards. Now just to be clear about this, credit cards cost more to purchase precious metals than using one of the cash methods. Doesn't matter who you're doing business with online, you're either going to see separate pricing that is higher when you use your credit card, or separately, we will show you those processing fees in checkout, in the cart. You won't see them before you select that payment method because they may not apply. If you selected paper check, you selected wire, you selected ACH, those fees don't apply. But if you use credit card or you use PayPal, those fees will apply.
And that's roughly, I think, right now around 3, maybe even 3.5%.
It's approximately 4%.
4%. Okay.
So just, but the takeaway is here, all is not lost. If you started with credit card as your payment method and you go, what are these processing fees? I don't like that. Well, poke around and look at the other payment methods of the 6 and see what makes them go away. And then see if you want to do that. We're not sneaking these fees in. They are there specifically because you didn't use cash. So that's the takeaway. And the same is true of PayPal. Okay. And then Bitcoin is our 6th mode of payment. I think there may be fees of 0.5% when you use Bitcoin, something like that. So if people want to take some of their successes that they've experienced in Bitcoin, or holy cow, the bottom's fallen out and they want to buy metals instead because it doesn't have that type of volatility, we welcome those purchases, absolutely. And so they just go. That's part of checkout is transferring those funds to us. So those are the 6 ways. So half of them achieve the cash discount, half of them don't.
Got it.
But with those, you know, Mark, they also have some advantages. I mean, let's face it, some folks are more comfortable paying for things with credit cards so they could do a chargeback if they felt they had to. We don't
Right.
want to give anybody a reason to feel they have to, but some people like that protection. Obviously, that protection carries a cost. Plus, with that, we consider that order to be paid, and we would try to ship same day or next day at the latest. Depends. If it may contain gold, we may hold a shipment through a weekend because we don't want that gold hanging out somewhere nowhere over the weekend. We'd rather ship on Monday with a certain delivery during the week. That's a much better experience than just not knowing where it might be over the weekend because there are shenanigans at play.
Yes, when we
That's how
want
it pays for the most part.
to. What about money orders? And
Ooh.
I don't. A bank check would be a.
No, I'm gonna stop you there, Mark. No, okay.
Yeah.
We often get this question because people think they're going to skirt the government if they take their cash down to the post office and they buy a money order. No, no, no. In our experience, not just mine, but our CFO and all our other guys in finance, we've probably seen more bogus money orders than we've seen valid ones. So we don't accept them.
Got it.
Do not
Uh,
trade your pennies into those money orders because we simply don't accept it. And the same is true of a certified check or a bank check. Again, you're breaking AML. We don't know where the source of funds comes from other than the bank, but the bank didn't place the order, you did. So often these things that are considered immediate cash, those are the first things that fraudsters use to place a bogus order. That's
Right.
why we don't accept them. We've learned working with other companies where you get bitten, and we are smart enough to learn from that. You know, you'd like to say it only takes once, but maybe it's once each for money orders and another time for certified checks or whatnot. But really, when we're talking about paper check, just send us a personal check. Don't do anything special. Don't spend any extra time or effort getting something else. Your paper check is fine. Your personal check is fine.
Perfect. We're talking with Sean Reynolds. We're finding about the 5 most common questions that people ask when they're when they're buying precious metals. And one of the things that I like about BullionMax is one, you and we're going to talk about this in a minute about the shipping, but we know that you haven't had any problems with people not getting shipments because we talked about that not long ago.
Our delivery success rate is outstanding. I think we've only had the post office lose a couple, and they were not high dollar orders. But really employing that strategy of not shipping over weekends and ensuring that packages are delivered within the business week has definitely paid its dividends in things showing up when they're supposed to and having less go wrong. I would say from a delivery standpoint, we have a couple of packages where we're disappointed that a signature was not obtained for the delivery. The record so far, Mark, is a $40,000 order.
Whoa.
Yeah, we reported that one to the carrier to say, now. No, you need a signature on that. But the beauty of it is the driver does not know what's in the box or its value.
Right.
So he could not have intentionally done that. So, it's just one of those things that a little bit of strategy from an experienced team, though the business is new, we've been at it for a while, and we're trying to build the better mousetrap, so to speak. And these are some of the little things that we do that ensure packages arrive safely.
And that's the other word that I was going to ask. Are the packages insured?
Yeah, they are. And the kind of the rule of thumb, and I may be oversimplifying as I say this, but I say it's not your responsibility until it's in your hot little hands. So that means either the carrier owns it, we own it, or the insurance company owns it until that happens. So it's so much easier for us to satisfy a claim for non-receipt when the tracking information shows there's no way they could have received this.
Got it.
That makes it nice and easy. It timed out, so to speak. It's just lost, and we're not going to take any more time looking for it. We're going to go to replace that. We just ask that if it ever shows up, you return it to us. That would be one of the documents we have people sign as a way to officially declare the loss.
Got it. We have just a couple more minutes, and we have a couple more questions. What shipper do you use? Do you have one that's your primary shipper?
Yeah, we use UPS as our primary carrier. As we were mentioning, the all of the shipments are insured. We will typically require a signature if your order exceeds about $600 or if it contains any gold. So keep that in mind. Also, the orders that are below that value start out as a UPS shipment and may be turned over to the post office for final delivery. Most of our packages are boxes about the size. Mark, are you familiar with the if it fits, it ships concept?
Yep. Sure.
And you think, what the hell can I put in this dinky box?
Yeah.
Bullion goes in there really well. Coins, tube, works perfect. So what we do is we pack the coins into a bubble mailer to start with, roll that up, seal that. Then we put that into a box. And then we put that box in a box, depending upon the size of the smaller box. And then we mummify it with brown packing tape. It looks like a little square mummy.
Got it.
I'll tell you what, you better have a sharp knife to get into that bad boy because we are not messing around. Even if a truck runs over that, we don't want coins falling out. And we've done everything we can to make sure that what we put in that bubble mailer is what you're going to receive when you open the box. We've gotten some great feedback from our customers lately on that. They're like, okay, you guys ship like nobody else. I love this.
That's good. So I'm opening it up. I see my gold and silver palladium. How do I know it's really gold, silver, palladium?
Trust me. That is really a common question, and there's part of me when I hear it that's like, I can't even believe you just asked me that. Because do you really expect my answer to satisfy your curiosity? You're not going to screw me on this, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
We talked about that with the 9.95 coins that are being sold on TV.
Exactly. And so as a new business, we absolutely know trust is everything. And so we purchase directly from the mints. We purchase from the largest distributors who purchase directly from the mint if we don't have those agreements. If we are purchasing directly from our own customers, we have the ability to verify the authenticity of those items. Okay, now I can say that to you all I like, but where the proof is in our customer reviews. If we had bogus product, it would be there. It would be at the BBB. If we were selling bogus product, it would be there. It's not there. But those would be the places to look to satisfy your curiosity and not just listen to what I say. Now, what I say, I'm telling you the truth as I say this, we do purchase directly from the mints and from the largest distributors who also purchase from the mints and can verify what we buy from our customers.
And you do, if I have a stack of coins that I want to, or rounds, I can sell them to you?
Yeah, and actually that's probably the next most common question that we get is, what is the process if I want to sell back to you? Or when it comes time for me to liquidate, how do you guys buy? And the process is pretty simple. you can just call us at our 800 number, or you can send an email to info@bullionmax.com and let us know what you've got. How many, what year, what metal is it? But I'll tell you what, we're only really interested in it if it's in brilliant, uncirculated, or like new condition, because that's all we're selling right now. We don't have scratch and dents. We don't have other lower quality things where, we can market those out separately and sell them for less and all of that. But get us the list. I get you pricing. If you like that pricing, we lock in the price and we create a purchase order. Agreement to purchase, just like in reverse when you buy from us. It's locked, okay? So regardless of what the market does, go up, go down, we're not going to pay you more, we're not going to pay you less. We agreed on a price. So you send them to us. It's your responsibility to pay for that shipping and insurance to get it to us. Then we check them in. We verify the authenticity, the condition, all of that. And so far, we've not had to tell anybody, look, this isn't brilliant uncirculated. What kind of games you playing here, boy?
And then you send the money.
Exactly. And the beauty is, folks, we are so up to date with our technology, we don't have a physical checkbook. We're going to send you an ACH payment. So if I paid you yesterday for your metal, it's showing up in your account today. So couldn't be simpler. What have you got? Let me get a price on that. You send them to me after we create the purchase order. We pay you after they're proven authentic. It's that simple.
Wow. Listen, I really appreciate your enlightening us about those 5 questions that I've thought about, and I know that people think about as well. And if you want information about purchasing precious metals, you can just go to the website that's on the screen. It's been up throughout our conversation, and that's BullionMax.com. BullionMax.com. Look around, read some of the articles, look at all the beautiful product that is available. And if you still have questions, give us a call. We'd love to answer them. And you'll probably talk to Sean at that point. Sean, I thank you very much for joining us today here on Bullion Max.
Absolutely. People want to know, where the heck is Tokalo? You can find a little information about Tokalo on any of the products we sell, Bull and Bear or Europa. Just scroll to the bottom of the page and we're going to give you a little bit of information about that in case you're like, Tokalo, what?
There's beautiful coins too.
New Zealand's currency. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is. Sean, thank you very much. And thank you very much. We'll see you in our next episode. Bye-bye for now.